how being a good person helps you with your anxiety, and it helps you to feel good about treating other people well. So I wrote this today. I wrote this. What triggered this? Before I went for a run, guys and girls, there's a coffee shop. I love coffee shops, and I have a habit of finding ones that I like and then going there regularly. So I went into this coffee shop. I go there quite regularly. The people are usually always nice, but there was one guy working there, and I noticed. I can't remember when it was. I felt he was a bit funny with me when I went in one day. I was just thinking, does he not like me? Like, is there a problem? I'm not rude when I go in there, or maybe he's having a bad day. So I come in there today, and I made a note of it. I was like, it's the guy again. How is he going to be with me, right? The moral of the story is I'll get to it. I've made some notes. This will help a lot of people. It's helped me as well. So I noticed again he's in a mood, and I thought, has he got a problem with me, or is he just having a bad day? He might be stressed, who knows? So I ordered my coffee, and then it was quiet between us. I thought, you know what, I just want to be the bigger man. Like, we all got stresses. I'm dealing with my own stresses in my life, and I give him the benefit of the doubt. So I said to him, I asked him, I think I said, how are you? How's your day? And then he was a bit more friendlier. Then he said he was tired. Then I made a joke with him. I said, I know the feeling. Then he asked me how my day was, and I said, I struggled to get up this morning, but I'm grateful that I've made it here. And then, of course, the moral of the story is for everyone, me included. Then it became nicer between us. Then he became more vulnerable, more nicer. He let his guard down. Then he said to me, he noticed I was in my running kit. And then he said, I need to start running. And then we had a nice chat, and I said to him, my uniform gave it away. How did you know I was going to run? He said, I could see. Then he was saying, he's starting to run again because he put on weight. He doesn't feel good about that. I don't think he was particularly overweight. And then I said, listen, I'm not going to, I never push things on people. I try not to push things because I know people don't like that. But if someone asks me if they're feeling down, I'm a positive person, I'm going to encourage them. And I said, man, you can do it. I was 40 pounds overweight. I was on medication. I was in a terrible space. And running has changed my life, and it's something that I'm going to do as long as I can. You can do it. And he appreciated it, and I felt good, and it's such a good feeling when, because we all get that. We all get paranoid at times that people don't like us or they've got a problem with us. Everyone gets that. Anyone who says they don't get that, they're not being honest. And I go through that as well, despite being a confidence coach who helps other people to get past their paranoia of what people are feeling and thinking. And most times it's not personal. People are stressed. We all need forgiveness at times. All of us do. So anyway, I felt good. He felt good. He probably feels better about me now. It probably changed his view on me when I come into the shop. And now there's like, he was nice. So I did my run. I come back after buying a coffee. I went back in and I said, mate, do you mind giving me some water of ice? And he said, yeah. I said, thanks, man. Thanks for your kindness. He said, no problem. So it's nice. And it brought me to this. So I wrote this. So be a good person. This is the secret to success and happiness and peace and all the rest of it. I wrote this down. I really believe this, right? I don't push my faith on other people because I respect everyone's got their own beliefs, their faith, but this is my faith. So I honestly believe, I've experienced this enough times in my life to know it. God rewards us when we're suffering and we're going through stress ourselves and we're dealing with life and all the rest of it. When we try our best to be kind and patient with other people, when we stop and think about how can I be, a bit more patient with this person, a bit more caring, or give them a chance, be forgiving, despite when you're going through your own suffering, your own struggles and anxieties. Makes you feel great, when you're struggling and you're in pain, and the negative, our own negative mind. This is where anxiety can be horrible at times, can be. Your negative mind, the anxiety can make you believe that you just don't have it in you on this day to be kind to someone or patient. And I'm talking in general, it can be with family, friends, especially with new people, strangers, someone who's serving you. And it's a lie. It's such a strong feeling at times, because I go through it as well. You get in the mindset that, well, You know, I'm not going to be nice to someone because they're not being nice to me. They're being nasty. It's human nature. Until you change it or you work at it, you've got to want to do it, obviously, which I do. I want to be a better person every day. So I've gone on to say here, you know, our own selfishness, and my own selfishness, our own human nature, it just makes us suffer about 1,000 times more. It makes the anxiety worse than the stress. And it's a lie. So when we're suffering, or when you're suffering, or I'm suffering, and by suffering I mean when you're dealing with anxiety and stress, whatever it is in your life, and you're finding it hard to love yourself and be kind to yourself, or relax and just stop freaking out, and you consciously go, you know what, I'm going to put aside what I'm dealing with, even for a minute. I'm going to do the best I can to be kind to this person, even if they don't like me, even if they're being difficult. Man, I tell you what, the joy and the love that your heart is filled. Your heart is filled with love and joy and peace when you do that. And that is a reminder to myself every day and everybody. Because of course, I can't do it every time. I'm still a human being. I'm not perfect. But it's the best you can do is you try and be as consistent as you can. Second part, with my mum yesterday, I got stressed out. I got impatient with my mum. I got a bit angry. I didn't feel that my mum was giving me the reassurance that I was expecting and wanting, and wasn't understanding me. It was something that I'm not going to go into, a small thing. So I left my mum's yesterday. I had to get out because I didn't want to. I didn't want to take out my mum because my mum, you know, like all of our mums, my mum's got her own stresses that she's dealing with. She's a really good mum. So I left. It was the right thing to. I needed space, and I didn't want to put my issues and stresses on my mum because I'm dealing with my own stresses in my own life. Went for a run today. Felt clear. Felt really good. I did a prayer. Now, my own faith. I said, God, how can I? I'm struggling a little bit at the moment with my parents, with my mum. I'm struggling to find forgiveness. I can't do it on my own human nature. I ain't always got the strength to do it. The runs helped me. The runs made me feel clear. So I started, I read something on forgiveness, a little chapter from the Bible, and then I read something from therapy and come to my own conclusion. Didn't even think about it, just picked the phone up, called my mum, started having a conversation. My mum's great, you know. And then we had a great conversation, apologised, my mum apologised. Both felt so much better. It saves you from that place of darkness and suffering and guilt and just feeling trapped. And it brought me to that conclusion. That's how I wrote this stuff. You know, I didn't write this by just saying, oh yeah, I'm going to say this stuff because it feels good. No, it's from the heart. It's genuine, you know. So I'm confident a lot of you are going to get a lot from that, you know. And I am a confidence coach. I am a confidence coach who suffers with anxiety every day and lives with an anxiety disorder. But I do the best I can every day to not let it stop me living my dreams. And I'm living my dreams. Living my dreams is what I just done. Just went for a run, absolutely loved it. Great conversation with my mum, had a nice coffee, did my gratitude. I'm off to the gym after I'm living my dreams. So it's not easy. It's not easy when you're living your dreams because you have to confront conversations like this. But of course, you know, and I tell my mum's so understanding about my own anxieties, my own paranoia, all the stuff in my head. What is my mum going to think? Have I upset her? I talk to my mum, she's best mum in the world. Same way your mum is the best mum. It's the honesty. It takes courage. It takes a lot of character. It takes more courage. It takes more strength and character than getting in a boxing ring and someone trying to punch your head in. That's hard, but this is a different level of hard. It's harder than running up hills and running around Primrose Hill. It's challenging, but I love it. It's easy. This is hard. It's very hard to confront our emotions and to be vulnerable and honest, especially to say I was wrong. There's certain areas where I apologise. Mum said, Mum, I was wrong. I'm sorry, Mum. That was my issue. She's forgiven straight away. I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have expected. I shouldn't have put that on you. I shouldn't have been selfish, but I'm only human. My mum's brilliant. Most times people are. Most people, if you're genuinely honest and you're sincere and you explain, the caring side of people comes out straight away. You'd be surprised. And the amount of times that I've sat with clients and I've helped them through an issue that they've had with their mum, their dad, their sister, their brother, their therapist, their other teacher, their girlfriend. 99.9% of times, the outcome is always positive if you're just sincere and you don't explode. Obviously, if you explode and you get angrier, people are going to react back in anger generally. And I'm the same. If someone's got an issue with me and they're angry at me, or I've upset them, or they don't like, if they're sincere, most times, probably 100%, I'll be nice for them. You know, but obviously if you come at me and, you know, you're going to try and bully me, I'm not going to have it. I'm not going to be bullied by anyone. So, you know, that's why I say this stuff is not easy. It's tough stuff. It's tough stuff. It's humbling. It's still tough for me. But you just try and get better each and every day, and I can feel myself getting better. And, you know, my mum will tell me the truth. She's honest. She'll say, "Oh, you're really improving in that area." So we never stop learning, even as a 40-year-old man. Any age. I don't forget age. If you want to be a good person, then there's no excuses really. You can be. So you guys and girls will get a lot out of that. I already know, and I already felt that. When did I say it the other day? I said it to a client, one of my clients who's doing my 1-year program. I think it was Phil or someone. For some reason, recently, and it was a subject that I before wasn't going to get near because it's quite an uncomfortable subject, and that's people asking me, how do I deal with issues with my family? I haven't got all the answers, but I probably got some of the answers, and it's the same what I've always taught. It's honesty and communication, and it's not being manipulative, and that includes, you know, the whole manipulation, anger, all that kind of stuff. And obviously 2 and 2 together, the boxing training, the dieting, the running, it helps. It improves of course it improves all your relationships, and of course that gives you confidence, and of course that confidence is going to help you to make more money, and of course that's going to help you to be kinder, and if you want to give money and look after other people. And it's not, for me, this is money small compared to this. That's just one of the benefits. Helps you to, you know, this is the stuff that stops people, I believe, committing suicide, or at least thinking about getting help in all areas. So, you know, these are the things that I learn and teach, and I've said to a lot of you before, for those of you that do it, you need to stop doing it. You need to stop putting me on a pedestal. Just appreciate me as a human being, and I'm confident in myself in many areas, but I have my struggles. You can clearly see that today, and I want to share my struggles, but we got through it today. You know, going through the struggle, you come out on the other side, and you know, I feel better now. It takes away the guilt. I've got no guilt with my mum. I don't have any guilt or frustration or anger with the gentleman that serves me, that I felt like he was a bit hostile towards me, and we come to a good place. I think if everyone could do that, the world would be a better place. But it's not always easy. It's not always easy, and I don't always have the strength of character myself to be this patient. But the training, living good, faith, believing in yourself, and I've said it before, 2 things I'm going to say. When you stop caring about what people think about you, but you still care about people, for me, that's going to take you a long way with success. This is what I learned. I learned this through my own experiences, my own teaching, and I learn it. I learn from anyone. I learn from my mum. I learn from other people. I learn from life. The pain teaches you. There's only so much you can go through without going, I've got to take responsibility here. I've got to come to the truth. I've got to be honest, unless I want more suffering, more unnecessary anxiety. So the anxiety can be a great thing if you control it and you use the anxiety to do good, and you be honest, and it strengthens your character. And I'm just going to say this just to clear out voices in my head, in your head, and everyone. Anybody that thinks that this is weak, or I'm weak, or your friend's weak, or anyone, this is what I'm going to say. I'm not even going to argue. I'm just going to say, I'm going to pray for you. Because if you think that's weak for someone talking in the way I'm talking and explaining how to be a better person and communicate and forgive and control yourself, then all I can say is I will pray for you, and I generally wish you the best. Can't really say any more than that. But yeah, I appreciate all the support. You guys and girls have been great. I'm still working on building my courage and my confidence to share my story on a bigger platform. I know a lot of you are probably thinking, you could be thinking, well, you've already done that, Jonathan. You've shared your story with thousands of people all around the world, and you've helped a lot of people, and I really appreciate that. Yeah, I'm still scared, still got anxiety. I'm still dealing with anxiety of going to the next stage of my life, and I'm 40 years of age now, so You know, the person that taught you or helped you when I was 28 or 35 or 34, which I'm grateful and proud of. You know, I'm older now, and we're all changing and maturing, and different things have happened in my life. I'm in a different place, which I'm really grateful for. There's a lot of good things in my life, and there's a lot of challenges that I'm going through in my own personal life. So it creates anxiety, but the two ways I deal with it, like I teach, I live it, try and live it every day. Number one is I've got the courage to be honest about it. Doesn't matter what my position is, whether I'm a teacher, I'm not ever going to do that to myself again. And number two, I've took action, and I took the action today. Phoned my mum, apologised, we had a chat, resolved it, it's great, went for a run, addressed the little mishap today in the coffee shop. I'm pleased with how I handled it. Don't want to make people feel bad, but at the same time, I stand up for myself, and you know, me and that gentleman got on well now. I've made this video, I'm dressed, and I can't wait to go to the gym. I watched a little Manny Pacquiao clip to motivate me, and the journey continues, and I had a great day yesterday, and I'm hoping that it will end up being a great day today. So yeah, that's the lesson today. Let me know in the box below if this helped a lot of you, or you might be going through this at the moment now. You might be really struggling to speak to your family for whatever reason, or you might need to apologize or forgive. I don't think there's anyone on planet Earth who can't relate to what I've said today at some point. Let me know in the box below, and we'll see where the next video goes. But I appreciate all the support, guys and girls, and yeah, I'm going to see where this goes. I want to share my story on a bigger platform. Not just the first part of my story, because a lot of you know me from that. It's the second part. It's how I've overcame the mental health breakdown, and how I'm still dealing with the daily anxiety that I'm dealing with, and tools that I've developed, and I want to keep inspiring and motivating people. I can't really say any more than that, alright? Have a great day. I look forward to reading the comments, and I'll make another video, alright? Bye.